Welcome, everybody. We are live. Welcome to Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics, Episode 2, back by popular demand. And we will have a lot more of these amazing live streams coming up here. I'm really excited about this one. This is a MindBodySpirit.fm podcast network event. So if you missed the first one, I'm Diane Ray, co-founder of MindBodySpirit.fm. And Tina and I are really excited to present these live streams and showcase some of our amazing podcasters. So today we have two really talented psychic mediums and intuitives joining us, and we're going to have some readings with participants and also answer some questions. So I'm excited to introduce them. So hi, Laura Wooster and Melissa Boyd, and Laura hosts The Intuitive Life. So if you're not subscribed to Laura's podcast, definitely hit that follow button. And Laura, welcome. Melissa, welcome. How are you
Thank
guys
you.
doing?
Great,
Really
Diane.
well.
Thank you for
Great.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
I Are you enjoying this lovely fall weather? Melissa Boyd, she's the host of Secrets to Luminous Living, and she's in Maine. So how is it up there in Maine?
Well, we've had a really warm fall. It was like 80 last week, which was unheard of, but it's starting to get a little cooler and leaves are coming out. It's beautiful.
And Laura, how are things where you are in your neck of the woods? Pumpkin
Very similarly.
spice latte weather?
Exactly. It's getting cooler, definitely more fall weather now, which we love.
I know, I'm excited. And you just got back from traveling, so I'm sure you're happy to be home
Yeah, it's good to be home.
and welcoming our participants. So, what we're going to do today, I mean, both Laura and Melissa are talented, professional mediums and spiritual teachers, and they love connecting people to loved ones in spirit and also helping to interpret their messages. So, we're going to go to our participants in just a minute, but I wanted to get to just a few questions that we've had people submit. And you can always send questions to info@mindbodyspirit.fm if you'd like to have a question answered on one of our future episodes of Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics. So, since we're opening the door to the spirit world, this time of the year, I love fall. And I'm so
Mm.
excited about this time of the year. I think I even like it better than Christmas. Christmas always seems a little fraught, and busy. But this time is just there's something magical about it. And do you find that, they always say there's a veil, between the worlds, and is it really thin this time of year? Is that true?
I think it is, but I think it's because of the equinox, because we have that whole resetting of the energy of the planets and of our sun. And so it's just I think it is. It's like that in between. It's kind of an exciting time.
Mhm. Do you think so too, Laura? Is now a really good time for people to make connections?
Yeah, I think there's something about the fall, especially with Halloween and everything. People turn their attention toward the spirit world more often than usual. And I think just turning our attention to the spirit world actually um, causes the veil to become thinner because we are bringing our attention to the spirit side of life. So I think that it contributes to it as well.
And one of the questions that came through via the email was, what can we learn from the spirit world? I mean, there's so much that the spirit world can teach us. What do you think are some of the great lessons that we can learn when we really open up and connect with the spirit world? What do you think, Melissa?
I mean, I think there's so many
Everything.
messages, everything, but, it's interesting. The one thing that I get a lot, and I've got a lot lately is, they always say, "Retire early." Like, don't be afraid to take early retirement because you should really enjoy your life. So it's really about, like, enjoying your life, travel, don't be fearful, um and then also a lot of times in my work, I work with a lot of grading parents, and a child will come through that's passed and give messages to their siblings about, going to college and excitement about that. So they're always like looking out for us, and we just have to, know that there's so much wisdom there.
I thought for a second you meant retire early, and I thought, I'm already in bed by 8:30, right after Jeopardy! What do you mean go to sleep early? But I like retire early. That's good advice too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what do you think, Laura? What are some of the main lessons that the spirit world can teach us?
Well, a lot of the things that they bring through as memories of what they experienced in life and what their favorite memories were, a lot of times they're the smallest things in life, right? So it's always a reminder that the small things are sometimes the big things. It's the meals that we share together, it's the time spent together. It's the little things that we do for each other that in the moment may not seem like a big deal. But from the spirit side, they remember and they bring that through in readings a lot of times. So it always reinforces for me that it doesn't have to be elaborate demonstrations of love. It's the everyday things that are really important in life.
Well, here's a great question. I love this one. I mean, both of you have been doing this work for a long time and you're well trained. I mean, you've really studied your craft. And I think a lot of people are, I don't want to say envious or jealous, but they want to do what you do. Like, we want to be able to have the ability to be a medium. I mean, do you think anybody can do this work? Are we all able to? Not that everybody should, but if you want to be a medium, could you do that? What do you think?
Well, I think that I mean, I think first of all, if you everyone is psychic or intuitive, right? But
Mhm,
to be a medium, um, you can train to do it. It is possible. But it is, I mean, I'll speak for myself. It is a deep dedication to really be as clear as you possibly can, and it's not for everyone. Not everyone, will have, ongoing mediumistic ability. So to do it full time is very different than, say, having experiences, which I do believe people have. Um, but to do it, if you were to say do it as a profession, I think that, some people can, but not everyone, and maybe there's another path for people.
mhm. Yeah, I agree, the same thing. I think because we're all human beings, we all have a spirit. We all have the ability to connect to spirit. Does that mean we're supposed to be working as a medium? Not necessarily. I mean, Melissa and I have both gone through probably grief training and learning how to work with people who are going through grief and to be present for them in a helpful way. And not just delivering messages, but to be there to help support them as well. So it's important to have that aspect too, that type of training. So it's one thing to have a connection. It's another thing to be able to be present for people, and to be able to support them as well.
Right, that's a good point because
Mm,
I would think you'd have to really have almost grief counselor training, right?
Mhm.
Because a lot
yes.
of people seek you out in that they're in that space,
Mhm.
really grieving. So you'd have to really be, well versed in that. So yeah, probably not for everybody, but I like the idea that we each have the ability to make those connections
Mhm.
with spirit.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And that's what's so beautiful. And here's another good question. I like this one because I think a lot of people struggle with meditation. And I know I
Mm,
have over the years. And I remember first starting to learn how to meditate, and I had to have the perfect cushion, the perfect music, and everything had to be right, a candle and all that. And now I just really like silence. And sometimes I'll do a walking meditation or a sitting, but to find what works for you. But when you connect with spirit, do you use meditation, and how can people maybe improve their practice so that they can connect with spirit? So kind of twofold. So what do you think about that of meditation practice?
Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't be here if I didn't do meditation because that's what opened the door for me to the spirit world was, I had to develop a meditation practice for my own health and well-being, but in the process of that, I ended up connecting to spirit. So, I do think it's really an important process to go through. It's not something I sit and do just before I do readings. I find it more as a practice to find my center. For some people, they have to sit in meditation before they work. I find I have to do that hours before. I find it's too passive for me to do the work. But what do you do, Melissa?
yeah, no, I totally agree. I think that I always tell people, especially if I'm working with someone who does wanna
Mhm,
become a medium, I always say, "You have to give from your abundance and not from your reserve." So I will
mm,
sit in the morning for
mm,
a good hour and a half with myself, with my spirit guides, journal, just really be deep. But I do feel, Diane, that meditation is critical to any type of spiritual connection, even a connection to your higher self and your own spirit guides. So, and don't don't diss your meditation practice either, because walking meditation is so powerful because so
Mhm,
much energy is in our feet, you know? So I think sometimes that's more powerful than a seated meditation. And
Mhm.
I think meditation is just, it is a critical um, aspect to connecting to spirit for sure.
Oh, I agree, and I love a walking meditation. It was funny, like I was saying when I was first starting to learn, I thought it had to be a certain regimented way, but a lot of, Eastern teachings will say, walk with intention and, notice the color of the flowers and feel a tree, or just it kinda brings things more into almost a hyper focus as you're walking and just, being quiet and breathing, so that works a lot for me to
Mm,
try to calm my mind down a little bit because it's always in
it's great.
some kind of spiral. But the last thing I wanted to ask you before we go to calls is that, we're talking about using meditation as a tool to connect with spirit. So if you're really trying to make those connections and you think you've gotten a message or something, some people doubt that, where they'll get a message and they'll say, "Was that my imagination or was that really a message? Was I supposed to see that
Mm.
feather or is that just randomly there?" So is there a way to know that we're being communicated with spirit? It's just like a gut thing, or
mm.
what do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, definitely a gut thing 'cause, it's okay to be a little skeptical when you're doing that. I don't have a problem with that. So I often say if a message comes through in some way or you feel like it might be a message to say, "I saw it, I acknowledge it, do it
Mm.
again." And, oftentimes it does come with a feeling or a gut feeling or a sense of connection. At times, sometimes it might feel like time is suspended for a moment and you just feel like, "Oh, something's going on here. Something shifted." But yeah, so I think sometimes um, just asking for another sign, to help reinforce that connection. What do you think, Melissa?
I totally agree. I think that
Mhm.
gratitude is the best way to bring more
Mm,
messages in, you know, and it's a really important piece for and I find numbers for me. I work with a lot of clients, and I think numbers, numbers were the second language, symbols were the first. So a lot of times when you see repeating numbers or the number of someone's birthday or passing, it's definitely a sign. I really do
Mhm.
believe that very strong.
And really trusting your gut more too, I think, just that feeling. I remember having a dream that was just a little different from normal dreams, where your mind's just kind of sorting out the junk that happened the day before. And it was just a real clear connection with my mother. And just I heard her voice so clearly. And when I woke up, I just knew
Mm.
that that was her. It was not just a normal dream where she might have shown up. So I think, try learning to trust that, and I've heard you guys both talk about that many times, so we need to learn to trust ourselves. Well, I know people wanna see you in action, the main event. They wanna see you guys make some connections with people and ask some questions, so we're going to go to our participants and bring on Sheila, and thanks for joining us, Sheila.
Hi, Shayla. How are
Sure.
you?
I'm great.
Great, great, great. Um, your brain is like a Rubik's cube. Like you can solve anything, can't you?
I
You
try.
have this. I don't. You really enjoy to be challenged. Like when I was connecting to you, right when you came on the screen, I kept seeing like a Rubik's cube, and you trying. Have you done that before, please?
I've loved to been able to do that, but I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
I
because
appreciate that.
it's like your brain, thinks in many dimensions, and I feel like whatever you do for work, it works so well with that, like, you have to be a multitasker, and you would actually, earlier Diane was saying, "Well, wouldn't it be great for, people to learn mediumship?" You'd be a great medium because you really listen to the invisible energy. Do you know that about yourself? You do?
I do.
Okay, good, good. Well, you know, there's always something to learn. So I do have to talk about that with you. Interestingly, when I connected with your energy, I do feel either there's dance around you, you enjoy dance, it's something really big with you. Do you understand this, please? And and I think we're losing your can you hear her?
I can hear y'all.
Oh, now we can
Much
hear you. Okay,
better.
good, good, good,
Yeah.
good, okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you actually dance or you're involved with dance in some way, but it feels like it's a big part of your life. Would you understand that, please? And and it feels like this, the idea of rhythm is really big for you too. Like finding your rhythm. It's kind of like if you ever double dutch, you jump in, you find the rhythm. Um, I want to talk about two people from the spirit world around you. One, I want to talk about someone who looks like they would have, I don't know if they actually passed of cancer or they had cancer, but someone's giving me the ribbon. So that sometimes would take me to breast cancer, but I don't know necessarily if it is breast cancer, but there is a cancer connection for you on the other side. Would you understand that, please?
Yes.
And I do feel like this is like a very closer connection, like it would be, a mother or a sister or a grandmother, please. You understand that?
Yeah. Grandmother, I believe that was.
Grandmother, okay. So just know that she's acknowledging that she would be around you. Um, I do have to say that she's pretty funny. She's kind of like sassy lady. She doesn't wanna be old, okay? She's just really fun all the way up to her end of her passing, do you know? So she shows this. She loves that you dance, by the way. She wants to acknowledge that. Um, and I have to talk about either a son or a little boy around you. Is there a son, a little boy? Is there a boy? Where does the boy come in?
Um, what age do you mean, boy?
Um, like, okay, so I guess the question is, was there a boy that passed?
Um, not a direct relative, but there's been
Okay.
some younger males
Okay,
passed.
because there has been some younger males past that
Yeah.
you would have either been close to or helped in some way.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I don't know if they're friends of your children or friends of something you do for work, but it's a very strong. Do you understand this?
Work connection, probably.
Okay, because I not that I'm letting your grandmother go because she's still here because we can get 10 people at one time. So just know that your this younger male wants to say, thank you for raising awareness about why I passed. So this is really big stuff, especially right now in the world. He's making me feel like you have been talking about, emotions. You've been talking about bullying. You've been talking about social media, how it affects people's mental health. Would you understand that, please? And when I look at your shirt, it says hashtag like mental health, hashtag 988. So I don't know if this is a suicide, please, or if it's an overdose. You understand that, please?
Yeah.
Oh, I lost you.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Okay, is it a suicide or an overdose?
Um,
Both.
it was both. Both.
Okay, yes, because he's telling me both. So please know that he wants to say to you, thank you. Thank you with all my heart. Thank everybody for raising awareness. We need to do more of this. We need to do more of this. So he's showing this. And I don't know if you collect elephants or if you like elephants, but like every time I look at you, I keep seeing the elephant. Do you enjoy elephants? What does that mean to you? Do you know?
I don't have elephants, but
Elephants or turtles or something like this. There's something that you collect. It's like something that you collect. What is it, please? Well,
I don't have a
I
total. I'm not a big collector.
it's
Um,
something about, well, the elephant also for me means old soul. It means you don't take no for an answer. Okay, so sometimes it's symbolism, and I can see that with you very strong. So that's a very big piece. Um, and the elephant is, also the wisdom. There's in Hinduism, the elephant is the remover of obstacles, bringer of abundance. So just know that whatever. Hmm. Did someone start a youth center? Does someone work with youth or with young people around your work?
yeah, there's definitely. I recently retired, but I did yes to that. Yes,
Okay, you did work with young people and helping young people,
not specifically, but um,
maybe indirectly.
indirectly. But there's a strong component
Okay.
in my work. Yes,
Okay. So please know whoever this gentleman is, this younger male is, I feel like I want to say he's between 17 and 22, and he just wants to acknowledge thanking you. for whatever you would have, done for him. It means a lot to him. He definitely wants you to know that. And then I want to ask about Roy, Robert, Ray, or Ruth. Who's the R name for you, either in your family or around you? I almost said Rose or Rosie. Ron, Ronnie, there's an R somehow connected here.
It would be connected probably through my work
Okay,
side.
because I
Yep,
wrote Robert first. And would he have known this young male who passed as well?
being
Or raise
maybe.
awareness? Okay, so just know
Yeah,
there's a big there there. And then if I said Ellie or Elizabeth or Elaine, who's the E? Or we'll go back to your grandmother with the E.
my grandmother.
The E is your
Yeah.
grandmother?
Mhm.
Okay, is she Elaine, Elizabeth, Edith? What's her
Yes,
name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, yes. So
Yeah.
she's like saying, she just goes, "Hey, it's me, come back to me, come back to me." She's very excited. I don't know if you wanted to hear from her tonight, but she's like, she just wants you to know that her energy, her compassion is just surrounding you, you know? Um, and I do feel like that, again, she was very spunky. Um, she's very colorful for a grandmother. Do you understand this? She's very colorful, she's very fun, and very, very lighthearted, you know? Um, and I wanna talk about the smell of eucalyptus around you. Do you like the smell of eucalyptus? I have
Favorite
this
candles.
I have this thing where I have synesthesia, so I can smell people's, it sounds weird, but I can smell people's energy through the screen, and everybody, I believe most people have a soul smell. Your soul smell, Sheila, is eucalyptus. So, yes. So if you want to connect with the spirit world, oh, seriously, if you want to connect to the spirit world more, get some eucalyptus and just be like, "Spirit team, be with me." And I feel like they will. Okay. Now, don't say no to the second home because it could happen. Do you understand that?
I don't, but I'm very open.
Because I almost see like if you were to sell or rent where you are and have a second place, there's something about this, or live in 2 places because that's something that you've talked about for a long time, please, yes?
I literally just had that thought today.
Well, your grandmother knows everything because she's on the other side and she's always listening to you. So, she wants you to know, "Hey, Sheila, go for it." Like, she really is excited for you. She doesn't want you to hold back. Earlier we were talking about what the spirit world wants for us, and they want us to live the most joyful life, you know? So that's what she really wants for you. Did you do ballet and dance and modern and all of it, please?
I never could take a class, so I am the untrained Zumba queen of the
Zumba.
YMCA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Well, she loves that about you. So your grandmother loves this about you. She just adores it so much. And there must have been somebody in your family, I don't know if it was her husband or someone else that would have been in World War One or World War Two because I'm seeing a poppy on my, lapel. Yes, please.
Yes.
Was that her husband?
Not her husband, it was her daughter's husband,
Okay.
I believe,
And
or
he
the
and
connection
he
there on her side.
Okay, and he was
Yeah.
in World War II or World War One and did service because there's something about wearing a poppy, so being in active service. So and he has passed as well, please, yes?
Yeah.
So she wants you to know she's also with him too. So
Okay.
she's showing that. And then she just said, Brenda, Barbara, um, who's the B? Buddy?
Bridie, an aunt,
Bri
Bridie,
Bridie? And she's
Bridie.
passed as well, Bridie's
Yes,
passed? Okay, so
yes,
she's with Bridie as well, so she wants you to
yes.
know they're together.
Wow,
Um
wow.
I can't tell if is your mom still here?
Passed.
Tell me about Maggie.
Oh,
M Yeah, how is Maggie connected to mom?
Mary
or
is my mom's name.
Mary. Mary's your
Mary.
mom's name? Mary,
Yeah.
yes. So your mom wants to come in here. She's like, I didn't come all this way. She's like, this is her mother. Her mother is Elizabeth. Yes, please.
Right. Yes,
Because
and
they're
she's
like this
Mary
on the other
Elizabeth.
side. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So just know that they are intertwined from the other side. They want you to know they love you. And I'm supposed to acknowledge somebody having the same birthday, but different year. Or the birthday is like one day apart. There's something about a birthday. Who's on the 29th? 27th, 28th, 29th. Who's in the 20s? Let's go 20s.
God, there's 7 kids in the family. It's like a bad
Okay,
test.
that's okay. February or March? February or March?
Those are the 2 birthdays
Don't
that I don't know.
okay,
February
so
and Mar we're
we'll
every
just
other month we hit. Yeah,
okay, well, we'll hold on to that.
I will.
Let me just listen to your mom for a sec. Remember Cinderella, the Cinderella book, Cinderella stories? Your mother's talking about Cinderella. Did you like those books or something?
I drew all over the photo albums my version of Cinderella and on the
Ah,
walls. Yeah, it was a destructive Cinderella. That was my
Cinderella,
yeah,
Cinderella. She's
yeah,
pretty, Cinderella.
yeah. I really like drawing
So
that.
So just know mom is just sending Cinderella for you. She wants you to know she loves you so much. I wish I could give you a hug. She's just wanting you to know she's always around you. And she loves your brilliant mind.
So much. That was amazing.
Okay. You're welcome.
Wow. Cinderella, that's incredible.
See, the weirder it is, the more true you know it is.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, right on.
Eucalyptus, girl. I'm telling you.
Right.
Well, thanks so much, Sheila. Get
Thank
some more
you.
eucalyptus. Get those
Yeah.
Thank
shower
you.
things. Those are great too.
Thank you so much. It was amazing,
You're welcome.
ladies.
Well, let's head over to Miami and head to my home state and bring on Nikki. And I believe she's going to be starting with Laura if Laura gets anything. And
Yeah.
welcome, Nikki. Thank you for joining us on Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics.
Thank you
I
for having me.
thank you for being here. Well, right off the bat, it's like as soon as you came on screen, you've got so much power around you. And I think sometimes people underestimate what you have to bring to the table. I really do. And sometimes I think you use that to your advantage in a really good way. Does that make sense?
Uh, Maybe, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because you've got so much power around you. The other thing too, and I'm gonna get to your people in a moment, but one of the things that I'm seeing around you, I'm curious if what you do for work or something that you're focused on is very much about communications and communicating and talking to people and making things uh helping people through communication. So I don't is that something that's a big focus for you right now?
Um, well, I don't work in communications, like radio or TV or anything like that,
Yeah.
but, uh, I'm in the healthcare field.
So, with the way that the skill set you have with communications is what's helping you in the work that you're doing presently. I feel like it's a strength for you. It's something that really helps you with the work that you're doing, and this is what have you rise above other people because of this. Does that make sense, though, in the way that you communicate ideas and issues and solutions and things like that? That's a really strong point for you. So I just want to let you know you definitely have that going for you. Now, the interesting thing, I've got a grandmother coming in for you. She's lovely. I feel like I want to pull you in really close. So I know that either you were one of her only grandchildren or the one that she was closest to or the one she spent the most time with. And I just feel like I want to embrace you and keep you close. So does this make sense for a grandmother of yours that you would have been very close to in life?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know she's got other grandchildren, but I do wanna bring a focus to you primarily. So I know you spent the most time with her, or you were in this under the same roof for a while, or you just she was the one that took care of you the most, or you were the one that she took care of the most. Does that make sense as well?
Yeah, she raised me a little bit, because my mom worked, so when my mom would go to work, my, grandmother stayed with us and, she took care of me.
Lovely, lovely. So as she comes in here, I just wanted to there's obviously, when we're young, we don't understand what the impact is that we have on the people around us because we're young. But she wants to really bring the point home to you that you really changed her life when you came into her life. This was a big change for her, for you to, as a little one, to come into her world and for her to take you on and take care of you. And yes, obviously, she had an impact on you, but she really wants to let you know the impact you had on her. It's like she got a new lease on life when you came into the world, okay? And she got a new way of seeing the world when you came in. So just know the gift that you gave her without you even knowing by coming into the world. And I'm curious if either you share a similar birthday with her or a name with your grandmother. But there's something here she wants to say. She shares something with you that you could carry forward. So does this make sense at all? The shared
I
birth.
didn't really know when her birthday was.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, yeah, I don't know when her
Okay, just
birthday was.
if you can just keep that in mind. There's something here that she somehow she passed something down to you. I don't think it's a physical thing like jewelry or something like that. It's more of a name or the birthday or something very close to something that's very important to you. And I'm curious if well, no, let me just see. Does it make sense that she shares a birthday with one of her great grandchildren? So I almost want to say it's almost like the next generation, the next generation. And obviously you don't know her birthday, so you wouldn't be able to check that. So please remember I said that because I feel like she feels a connection to somebody because of a shared either name or birthday, possibly as a great grandchild. Okay. And I know that your grandfather is with her as well, but he passed long before she did. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And she's very happy to have met up with him. Finally, she was here alone for a long time without him, or several years without him here, and she's just so grateful to connect with him because she's saying that they knew each other when they were children. So are you aware of that they met when they were very young, your grandparents?
Um, I'm not sure. What I do know that is there was a big age gap between them,
Okay.
and he passed. They both passed very old, but he was already 99, but then she passed, I think, 20, 30 years after him.
Oh, okay. So there was a
Yeah,
big
so
gap.
there was a big gap. Mhm,
There was just a sense of have known each other when they were very, very young, and just
mhm.
fair and a strong connection between them. But just know this grandmother's coming in with a lot of love for you, and there's a connection here about acknowledging you being mom and acknowledging how well you're doing with being mom, fulfilling that role yourself. Okay, so just know she's bringing lots of love around that. And I know that Melissa mentioned the name Rose before, but there was going to be a connection to the name Rose or something that sounds like that. Does that make sense? It doesn't have to be her name, it could be someone connected around her.
Nothing
Where
comes to
where
mind.
is this on your in-laws family? Like your husband's family? There's gonna be like a Rose or, even part of a name Rose. I feel like I wanna talk about in-laws. So remember I said that because I don't wanna
Mhm,
yeah, it may take a little bit of time to figure this out. And I feel like it's like someone connected to your mother-in-law in some way. There's like a Rose something or other, but just know there's a reason for her to come in today. Let me just see where else she's going here. Okay. Okay. Alright. And, I know you mentioned you have a little Shih Tzu type of dog, but there's another one on the other side that's a small kind of, not quite the same breed, but a smaller breed, like a lap dog, kind of. So you understand a smaller dog, similar size, but a different breed on the other side?
I grew up with a lot of dogs, and I always have had, a real very close connection with my pets.
Okay.
And, so yeah, we used to have, like, a few Pomeranians, which
Okay,
would
that's
say, similar size but different breed. Yeah.
and there's a name like a double consonant name like Kiki, Titi, something like that. There's like a double name. Does that make sense with one of your animals?
Uh,
Titi, there's something like a double T or double K. There's something like does that ring a bell at all?
No. I mean, I'm trying to go through all of their names, but
Somebody said that, and it might
Mhm.
I kept hearing, which sounds like a double consonant, connected to one of these dogs that are on the other side, but I just know that the smaller dog is there, but I'll leave you with your family's blessings, your grandmother's blessings, a little hello from your grandfather, and from a small dog on the other side as well. So thank you so much, Nikki, for being here tonight.
What a
Thank
beautiful
you.
connection. I love when the pets come through.
You do
That's
too.
so fun. They're there. I just love knowing that they're gonna be there when I get there, wherever there will be. And I wanna bring Julie on from Maine, and, thank you so much, Julie. Last but certainly not least, hopefully
Thank you
the
for
best
having me.
connections will be, waiting for you here. So thanks
Oh,
for joining
Julie,
us.
Hello.
thanks for being here, Julie.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. Would you have on occasion have a reason to this strange, but like wring out paintbrushes or wring out rags to clean up paint or something like this? Is
Paintbrushes,
that
I do like to paint, but not artistically paint, but household painting, I do.
okay? Because there's something about painting here, and I just want to say, like, you know how sometimes you can like sponge paint. You could sponge paint things or paint things. So I do wanna say, I don't know if you've been doing that at all recently, but I could I could taste and smell the paint, and I could feel you, like, rinsing that off a little bit there.
Mhm.
Um, and it looks like you've been doing a lot of, like, almost like cleaning things out and organizing things in a new way. Julie, dad has passed for you, please?
Dad, yes.
Okay, because your dad's acknowledging you going through things and organizing them. He
Yeah.
makes me feel like he would be the organizer of the family, like, he would want things very organized, you know? Or
Um,
one parent would like things organized. I don't know if it's mom or dad, but one of them is really organized,
yes.
and wants things to be very regimented, like,
Mhm.
"Do it this way, do it this way, do it this way."
Exactly.
Um, and, so mom and dad have both passed then?
Yes.
Okay. And where does the D come in? Like Dorothy, David, Donald, Donna. Um,
D have, a
um,
cousin that's David. Um,
let me go
mm,
to RD, Richard Dick. Who's Richard?
Richard. We have a close friend of the family, Richard.
Okay, is he in the physical? He's in the physical world, please.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I don't know if he was like an uncle to you because he makes me just feel like close in that way, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
Makes
so
sense.
I feel like I have mom and dad here for you, so kinda let me just listen a little bit, see if I can
Okay.
get more information. As you know, less I know, the better I read. Um, and I want to acknowledge, would your father have ever worked around cars or done something like this? Or garage? Because I feel
He
like I'm smelling like a garage
he
here.
owned his own garage.
Okay, because I can smell a garage, I can, like, smell the gasoline on my fingertips and
Okay.
everything. And I don't know, have we ever talked about do you ever smell gasoline out of the blue? You
I do.
do?
I do.
I love that for you, that's
Yeah.
fantastic, that
Yep.
means dad is around you.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
So,
cool.
it's actually called clear aliens, and clear aliens is clear smelling. So your dad wants you to know when you can smell that gasoline, it's him
Mhm.
letting you know he's around you.
Okay.
He's very proud of you, your father, I feel like he's very proud of you. Um, it was like, I don't know if you were a favorite, child, it's like he didn't wanna let you go down the aisle or something, he didn't wanna let you understand this? He's
Mhm.
showing me, like, your wedding day, and he's like, "Oh, no, Julie, you've gotta stay with me," you know? So but he's very happy
Yep.
for you to be happily married as well, so just know he wants you to know that that's an important thing, and he just said I think he said Craig or Greg.
Greg
Is
or
there a
Greg.
Craig or a Greg? A John? Who's the J or G? Let me go there besides you. Who's the J or the G in the
I have a
family?
brother that's, Jerry.
Jerry, and Jerry's in the physical world too.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
love to Jerry. So
And
dad
her
sends
brother
love to
and her
him.
brother George.
George. Okay, perfect. J and G. So
Yep.
love to Jerry and George as well. Wants them to know. And you know how I always say, like, they don't have to believe it for it to be true. So you can just say, this medium said this. So just know dad's acknowledging that.
Mhm.
And I don't know if this is your mom or your grandmother, but someone would have loved to, I don't know, I feel like this is more of a crochet or a quilting job, but they would have had to, like, redo it sometimes. Do you understand that?
I do. My grandmother, she crocheted all the time, so she
Okay.
was bored.
And if she made a mistake, she'd go back and fix it. So
Mhm.
she's just very, and I don't know if grandmother was more like a mom to you, Julie, but she's very strong in your energy field tonight.
Okay.
So know that she's talking about you either touching something that she made recently or coming across something that she made, whether it was a blanket or something. So just know she wants you to know that she adores you so much. She's like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And all right. I want to some for some reason I want to go to St. Patrick's Day. I want to go to St. Patrick's Day. Is somebody born on St. Patrick's Day?
My brother Jerry.
Okay.
Yep.
Love to Jerry on St. Patrick's Day. And even though it's Jerry's birthday, because they mentioned 317, whenever you see 317, just know that it's your mom and dad sending love to all of you and Jerry too. You know?
Okay.
Now Jerry can't like debate that, can he? Like,
No, we
how does
can't.
this happen? So that's also a very cool thing to like
Yeah.
let Jerry know that. So just know he's showing this. And did someone have cancer but doesn't anymore? There's something about the cancer went away or or someone would have
Mhm.
had like a mastectomy in the family.
Had to what?
A mastectomy, had a breast
Mastectomy.
removal.
Yes, sister-in-law recently.
Okay. Okay. And she's
Yes.
okay though, true?
Yes, true.
She's okay. So just know they've been looking out for her.
Okay.
They've been looking out for the sister-in-law. They want you to know, like, we have sent love down. We want you to know that very strong. And it's gonna sound funny, quite funny thing to say to you, but better shoes. Like, they're talking about, like, I don't know if you need arch supports in your shoes. Do you understand this? And you keep putting it off and you're like, "Oh, no, I don't have to do it right now." And they're like, "No, no, no, Julie, your feet, your feet, your feet." Would you understand this?
Yes, I do, I can't believe it. Get out of my
Okay.
head, Melissa.
Okay. No, it's not me, it's them. They're,
I know.
like, telling me. It's like your mom and dad are like, "Just take care of yourself. Get the arch supports in your feet. Know that we're around you and we love you so much," you know?
Yeah.
Um
Yep.
And and I also feel like I wanna talk about Nicholas. Is there a Nicholas or a Nikki or a Nancy or a Nicole? Who's the N?
There is a Nancy, was my, she's a close friend. Yes,
And is she in the physical world?
she is.
Okay. I just feel like whatever she's recently helped you with, do you understand that?
Mhm.
Your mother says thank you.
Okay.
She wants you to know that she's grateful to that. Um, let me just Charlotte? Who's Charlotte? Charlene? Christine? Christy? Who's that?
Carlene was Nancy's mother.
Carlene, and Carlene has passed, please, yes?
Yes.
So Carlene's coming in and saying hello. "Thank you, Julie. Thank you
Mm.
for saying hello to my daughter. I'm so
Yes.
grateful to you. Thank you for sharing your session with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you." So just know she wants you to know that, and she gives you this bright, big hug. Now, your mother also loves that you're wearing the jewelry again.
Okay.
True? True?
True. True.
She's like, "I
Wow.
love that you're wearing the jewelry again. It makes
Wow.
me so happy to know that." So,
Wow.
lots of love to you, Julie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was
Thank
perfect.
you, Julie. Wow, those were some incredible connections, you guys. That's amazing. I think once, when things get warmed up, maybe they all start coming in a little more
Well,
Clear and Fast and Furious.
I think it's hard to, like,
Mhm.
it's it's a lot of information, and Laura can tell you too. Like, we're literally listening to. It's hard to describe it being a medium, but we're literally listening to, like, sometimes, like, 25 to 30 voices at the same time, and we're trying to, like, really zone in and to try to really feel what that is. And it's, for example, like, your mother's been here the whole time still, Diane, behind you. Like, she's so excited, that were you the can I ask you, were you the oldest or the only daughter?
The oldest, yes. Not the
Oh
only
my
daughter,
gosh,
though.
she's like, "My oldest, my oldest, my oldest." She's like, she just, she appreciates I'm just gonna go. You're
Yeah.
not gonna stop me. She wants to thank you for being by her side. Do you understand that?
Yes.
She wants to thank you for being by your side. And what is it with carrot cake? Because I've got this cream cheese frosting in my mouth right now. Do you
Well, that
understand
was
this?
her favorite. She loved it, and I
Yeah.
was the only one. I was with her when she passed. I
Yeah,
was the
she
only
says,
one
"Thank
there.
you so much for
Mhm.
being with me." And she wants to send you carrot cake because it was one of her favorites. She can't eat it on the other side, but she wants you to have it. And I don't know if you wear something that was your mom's, but I do have to say she wants to acknowledge it. So please know when you wear it, she just adores that on you. She loves it so much.
Oh, thank you so much. I have a ring and a charm from a bracelet that she had that I wear on a necklace,
Yep,
an
she loves the
opal ring.
necklace. Yeah.
But I have to say I'm a little disappointed if there's no carrot cake on the other side, and
Right?
I know,
we have to
right?
talk. There must be. Well, I want to thank both of you for sharing your gifts today and for joining us and for being the psychics, mediums, and mystics that you are. You guys are incredible. And also to remind our listeners and participants, make sure that you're following both of these ladies' wonderful podcasts, Secrets to Luminous Living with Melissa and The Intuitive Life with Laura Wooster. You can follow them anywhere you get your podcast, Apple, Spotify, whatever your app of choice is, they're available there. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel at MindBodySpiritfm. And you can see this broadcast and some of the other ones and the other cool videos that we have up there. And also get our free, amazing new improved mobile app. You have to get this one, it's free. And you can listen to everybody's show on the app at your leisure at any time at your fingertips. So I'm Diane Ray. And again, thank you all for joining us for Psychics, Mediums, and Mystics, part of the MindBodySpirit.fm podcast network.